you don't have to do it. And we're
Okay.
now live on YouTube, setting it up. And then I'll close my window. Don't have to do it. There we go. And we're now live on. Okay, we are live on YouTube. We are recording. Hi, everyone who's online. Okay. Jenny, you're driving. I'm passing the reins to Jenny. There you go. I'm just ask everyone to stay muted, and hopefully the sound with our fancy snowball microphone will keep working. So, all right. We checked me. Right? Yeah. Okay. Oh my God, it's like camping. Do you want one of these for your music? Okay, all right. I'm realizing it's not going to work. I use it for gigs.
Yeah, well,
for this setup. I mean, just.
Let's see.
Hazel, did you know that that's my mommy and daddy? They made me. Yeah, I'm gonna. What do you feel good? Feeling ready?
Yeah. Something I was just in here. Oh, chair.
Oh, I know. Do it right now. I wanted to wear my white suit. I haven't gotten to wear it like ever.
Reverend Leonisa.
I forgot the bell. Okay. Okay. Can we, you know, I want to put them behind this glass. Did I get you? Did I get you? Yeah. All right. Of course. Okay, good morning, everyone. A festival, like a music festival. Woodstock, how appropriate. Yeah. Yes. For the folks online, is the sound okay for you?
Yes.
Okay, I hope so. They're gotten a thumbs up. It's just so nice to see you with bodies, right? I feel like I've only seen your faces for so long. And then even then, when I've seen you, you've had only half faces. So it's an incredible joy to see you all in real life and unmasked and breathing freely and gathered here in our wonderful memorial garden. So I thank everyone for being here this morning. And what's great is we are doing our first like true, I guess, multi-platform, because we are streaming and recording, and we've got people at home and we've got people here. And so the future is here, and it is called multi-platform worship. Yeah. So I'm glad it's working. Let's hope, you know, the Wi-Fi gods, wherever they may be, will continue with us. So I am the Reverend Dr. Leonisa Artizone, and I am the minister here. Thank you. Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of the Catskills. I am so glad you are here today at my final service which is going to probably be tough for me to get through, but we'll do our best. Here we go. And whomever you are, whomever you love, wherever you are on your life's journey, you are always welcome here. Those of you who might actually be showing up for the first time here, or maybe even here, I'm going to keep gesturing to the computer for our friends in the cloud. Make sure you put information in the chat, because I read the transcripts afterwards and I get the information to where it needs to go. And so anyone visiting or needs to be added to the mailing list, we will make sure that happens. As all of you know, even if you're new, as new you or seasoned you use, the wonderful thing about religious faith is that we carry no creed, but we follow 7 encompassing principles, and possibly quite soon. And we are guided by 6 sources, some of which we'll be exploring. We live into our UU values.
Hi, everyone. There's Reverend Leonisa back again. Reverend Leonisa, you need to unmute.
It automatically muted me when we got kicked off. Thank you, Jenny. Sorry. Our congregational year is coming to a close, but we still have events happening this week. I know we have our grief support group again at 7 p.m. Our community circles are ongoing, so please be sure you are hooked into your community circle, especially for summer when we get to be outside together. Thursday night continues our bedtime story, and Jane will be here in a little while if you want to ask her about that. And then I'm inviting everyone, although you hopefully saw it already, that on June 27th at 6:30, we will gather on the lawn for the memorial service for our dear Heather McLean. And I hope all of you can come. And if you have any inclination of helping us with setup or any aspect of the service, please see me after the service today so we can put you to some much needed help work there. Try not to blow away. I just want to remind everyone too that I will be off next week, the 17th and the 18th, and then begins the time of GA and ministry days. So I'm around, but I am ensconced in professional development and then General Assembly, which for those of you who don't know is when thousands of Unitarian Universalists usually converge in one place, but now we're doing it online. So anyone can attend. And this year I'm happy to say that I will be attending with Jeff and Carol as our official delegates and Kathy Eberline. So we are going to have some very fun. We got to figure out how to get off the screen every once in a while. But I encourage you all to check out GA. They put a lower fee so that more people can attend. It's a great time. So I'll be pretty booked, but I'm around. Just send me emails if you want to get in touch with me. I'll check it probably once a day, once in the morning and then once at night. On June 20th, our services will be online with the Reverend Evan Carville-Ziemer from the UUA. And I encourage you all to attend, as Reverend Evan will be helping address the transition here. And they're fantastic at what they do. And I would like you all to meet them. And then the 27th, we will see you at GA. That's our online service. Just so I want you to know, it's the GA gathering. So you will actually be in a worship service with, last year there were 9,000 people, right? Which is like kind of mind-boggling, right? So I think it's great. And I want to plug our worship committee, who has done an amazing job all year. Yes. And continues that amazing job by developing a series of summer services, both a mix of in-person, online, things that are more formal, things that are more casual. So I hope that you will keep attending for that. Good thinking. See, it's good to have like a gearhead as your husband. All right, let's hear it for the road manager there, my roadie, Michael. Thank you. So please come for summer services and okay. So I'll get us started now. The announcements out of the way. I hope that today and every day you will be inspired by the words of James Villa Blake, written in 1894. Love is the spirit of this faith and law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. Welcome to this time apart from time.
I think we've lost them again. Get back.
Thank you, Catherine. That was beautiful. We're going to light our chalice and hope it stays lit. I'm going to ask you to all say it because I'm going to go over and light it, okay? Hey, you know what? Hazel and Jake, we haven't been able to do this in a long time. Do you want to come and put a stone in? We haven't been able to do this in a long time. Come on, Jake. Well, I like the flame. Here, you come up and drop it in there. Thank you. We light this
chalice in grateful, loving community. Even in the darkest of times, may its flame light paths to courage, justice, and hope.
Our opening words is Mannheim, which in this space stand out in our pasts and would share them, our dreams, and would express them. We use words, song, silence, and gesture. Words cannot define our lives, but they enable us to reach out to each other, to tell, and to listen. We apprehend with wonder the lives of those around you, for from wonder into wonder, existence opens. Come, let us worship together. Let's say may we be reminded here of our highest aspirations and inspired to bring our gifts of love to beings. May we know once again that we are not isolated, but connected in wonder and joy, mystery and miracle, in the universe, in this community, and in each other. And we'll begin with hymn number 108, and we have the words on a flip chart, so I'll get out of the way. My life flows on in endless song. You want to hear the flip guy? Okay. Thank you, Catherine, Rob, and all of you. All right, so it looks like the Wi-Fi might not be as stable here as we thought. So it just keeps, but I'm going to keep checking it. So I decided, since we're together and our theme is wonder, I brought back the Wonder Box, which we haven't done in forever. So, and we were cleaning out my mom's basement, so I got this cool box from Japan to serve as our Wonder Box this week. So Hazel, Jake, I'm gonna have you come up. Come on. And anyone else who wants to take something from the Wonder Box? You want to reach in and grab something? You want to peek and grab something, or just grab the first thing? Ooh, all right. Jake, you want something? Ooh, all right. We need other volunteers. Don't be shy. Oh wait, I forgot you. Tom, tell me his name again. I only met him online. Theo, right? And where did Patty go? She was here, right? She's being her free spirit self. Theo, do you want to come pick something out of our box? There's some books, there's things. That one. Okay. And here, Pat, pick something. Joanne, I know you want to pick something. Here, I'll pick. Stanley, you want to pick something? Hold your items up high so everybody can see them. You hold them up high, and if you want, you can tell us what you think. Yeah, right. Okay, so, ooh, Jake's got this mystery bag. Theo has a sitting bowl. Pat, who's the author of that book? Can you read it? James Baldwin. Who do you hold in your hand there? The Buddha, baby. And Stanley, who's that fine young man on that? Oh, I like that interpretation because I thought it was Jesus, but he was a man of color. So maybe we could go with that. Why not? Was it The Shack? Was it called The Shack? We'll talk later. I'm curious at what movie they said. And Hazel, you know what that is? I think that's, I want to say it's, I can't remember. I made a bundle of sage and I made a bundle of motherwort. So it's one of those, but it's a plant. And Rosalie, what do you have in your hand? Love. And Father dear, what are you holding up there? He's holding a book called Religious Humanism. If anyone is a member of the humanists, UU humanists, then you get that. So who wants to guess why I picked all these objects? What? Do you want to take a guess, Jake? Because it was fun. That was part of it. But really, why?
But I don't know why these have letters.
Oh, good. That's right. Take one out. Show everybody what one of them is. And then we'll have to figure out how the he has a picture of who's. Do you see that picture? Can you hold that up really high so everybody can see that man on there? That's Sitting Bull.
Look, I found an 8.
It looks like an 8. Show everybody.
Look, I found an 8.
And the leaf, that could be part of our wonder box. It's fantastic. Absolutely. Yes. So Jake, you want to pick another one out and see if it also looks like an H or looks like something else? Well, what Jake has is a bag of runes, right? And we already carry what else we have. So these are representative of our 6 sources, right? Now I'd quiz you, but that doesn't seem like a fun thing to do, to ask you why I picked these things. So I was trying to find something that fit each 6, and then I started to discover how much overlap there was in these 6 sources. Ooh, that's a neat one. Almost looks like a little hat or something. Do you want to show everybody that one? It's like a triangle with a line underneath it.
It looks like a tent to me.
A tent. Oh yeah, that does look like a tent. Very good, thank you. And does he have
Reverend Leonisa, could the children come up and show us what they are holding?
Can you come, friends? Jake and Hazel and Theo, can you come stand in front of the camera for 1 second and show everybody what you have? Can you come around right in front of Reverend Leonisa, right here? Show them. Here, now hold that up. Hold that up, Hazel. You see Hazel's got some plants. You got a smudge stick. And Theo, show your picture to the computer. Can you show the computer what you?
It looks like a zigzag.
It does look like a zigzag. Show the friends online.
Looks like a person.
He looks like a person, right? There we go. Jake, show me one of the runes so we can show everybody. You got to pick a good one. Oh, that's the zigzag. You found that twice in a row. You want to show them? Step closer. Closer. There. No, the camera, buddy. Right here. Come right in front of me. There you go. Now hold it up. Ooh, can everybody see that? All right. Okay, thank you. Thanks, everybody. So I'm going to read the sources while we look at some of these things, or parts of them, right? So one is the direct experience of that transcending mystery and wonder. I think a lot of these, I think of, right? The words and deeds of prophetic people. Sitting Bull, maybe Jesus, certainly James Baldwin was a prophet. Hello, girl. Oh, my box is empty. But we have a baby and a bunny, right? And they represent.
This isn't a bunny. This is a baby.
It's a baby, 2 babies. And do you love those babies? Right? And so I think that love is part of our 6 sources, right? So yeah, do you want to come around and show everybody on the camera that you have your babies with you today? Come stand right here. And hold up your baby high. There's a Maliner baby. Come on, Maddie, you too. All right, let's let Maddie show her baby. Ta-da! Excellent. Baby has a hat. All right. She's got little heart-shaped ears, sort of. Looks like. So the wisdom from the world's religion. So we have Buddha. We would say love is part of that. And a reminder that Unitarian Universalism comes out of Jewish and Christian teachings. Really Protestantism, but we can lump them all together. And this is the sentence for the one Rosalie's holding: to respond to God's love, however you define God, by loving our neighbors as ourselves, so just like they love their little babies. And the humanist teachings, which counsel us to heed the guidance of reason and science. Ooh, we might be one of the few people who believe that science actually matters. And my favorite one, the spiritual teachings of earth-centered tradition. So that could be what Hazel is showing. Sitting Bull is a prophet and earth-centered, right? The runes are earth-centered and wisdom and transcending mystery. So I tried my best here, but I hope you appreciate that. So friends, you can hold on to your things, but eventually they have to find their way back to the box. All right, so I'm going to put the box over here. When you're ready to relinquish your 6 source, you can put it in the box. And you can have a seat, and then we're going to talk later some more, okay? Nice to see you, lady. Go ahead. Oh, you ready? Oh, yeah, you want them? You can meet some other friends. They're going to sit by you, I think. We can put our stuff in our box there. Thank you, helpers. Thank you, thank you. Like his mother before him, he doesn't want to get off the stage. So we'll transition with these 6 sources on our mind. It seems like a good guide for our compassion and contemplation. And in this beautiful setting, I like to make believe that I-87 is a waterfall. So if that helps anybody, that can add to our being in nature. So there's a technique I came up with when I lived in Manhattan to like deal with car noise. Oh, it's just a waterfall. It's just a waterfall. So I invite you into a moment of reflection and silence. And I'd like you to call to mind these ideas of the 6 sources. Is there something, one of them that speaks to you most, that you find you land on the most as in your Unitarian Universalist practice? Which one maybe is the thing that reminds you to live in wonder and awe? So let's take a couple of moments and be in silence, using the sources or not, and I'll ring the bell when we're done. as we are gathered here together, let's take a moment to call to mind any sorrows you're carrying. Invite you to bring them to your mind's eye, into your heart, and breathe. Feeling yourself held by this group, a place where you can feel your sadness. Now call to mind any joys you are carrying. Bring them again into your mind, your heart, into your breath, and possibly a smile on your face. And let's breathe, feeling whatever joys you're carrying or gratitudes you're carrying. I know that many among us and many in our world are experiencing some kind of pain or suffering. I call to mind the tragedy of the 215 children found buried as a result of the heinous acts of the residential schools in British Columbia, because we know it also happened everywhere in North America. I think of the people of Guatemala, who after years of suffering, instigated by the United States of America, were told by our vice president not to seek their internationally protected right of asylum. I think of the more than 500,000 people lost to COVID in our country and the millions around the world still trying to come to terms with the pandemic and its aftermath. I think of our LGBTQ siblings who, while we celebrate Pride this month, still have to endure indignities and outright violence at the hands of those who make and enforce laws. And finally, I think of all of our BIPOC siblings who have been silenced, killed, marginalized. Let us all take a moment to bear witness to this unnecessary harm and make ourselves instruments of change. If any of these ideas speak to you, or if you have someone else in your life that you'd like to surround with love and prayer and compassion, please whisper their names into our garden this morning. Mary Ann Hergill, Sammy. Mary, come here. Please join me in a spirit of prayer. Spirit of life, source of love, carry our joys and sorrows, our concerns and hopes, our wonderings, our wanderings, and surround us always with love and guidance. Invite us into a deeper relationship with every member of our human family and every member of our earthly family. May we always be reminded that we are all interconnected and that the hurt of one is the hurt of all. Help us be the change the world needs now. Blessed be and amen. So I didn't think to get baskets for offertory because we've been doing it online and doing it so well. So Karma, you got any ideas of what we should do? There we go. Winning lottery tickets only, please. And online, Jenny is showing you the slide for how to give. I appreciate the generosity. I say this every week. I'm just consistently blown away. So if you'd like to give in any form today, if you have your phone, you could take and do the text. You could also hand money to Karma and she'll welcome it. And we're gonna sing a song for you for our offering entitled I Am Willing by Holly Near. All right, Jenny, I'm gonna rotate this and see if we can get all the players in. I don't know.
Tuned up earlier. We're assuming.
We're assuming that I stayed. I know with this with the
Somewhere close. Well, hopefully relatively in tune.
yeah. You're doing that intro, but I don't sing. I am open, I am willing for to be hopeless. It seems so strange, it dishonors those who go before us. So lift me up to the light of change. There is a hurting, come closer, in my family. There is sorrow in my town. There is panic all across the nation. And there is wailing the whole world round. But I am open, to be hopeless. It seems so strange, it dishonors those who go before us. So lift me up to the light of change. May the children see more clearly. May the elders be more wise. May the winds of change caress us, even though they burn our eyes. But I am open, I am willing for to be hopeless. Would seem so strange, it dishonors those who go before us. So lift me up to the light of change. Give me a mighty oak to hold my confusion. Give me a desert to hold my fears. Give me a sunset to hold my wonder. Give me an ocean to hold my tears. For I am open, and I am willing for to be hopeless. Would seem so strange, it dishonors those who go before us. So lift me up to the Ooh, even, yeah, thank you. Thank you, Rob and Bill and Catherine and Holly Neer for writing a great song. All right. Where's Donna? Come on up.
This reading is called All That We Do Not Know by Susan L. Suhaki. Day by day, month by month, year by year, we are confronted with all that we do not know, that we do not understand, that we do not grasp. Sometimes we are humbled by this knowledge and say, God, is it too wonderful? It is too wonderful for me to comprehend. But I know the universe is more grand and more beautiful than I could have imagined. And I give thanks for the blessing of being here and seeing, hearing, experiencing, and sensing all that is so wonderful around and in me. Sometimes we are saddened by this knowledge and say, oh, merciful Spirit, we need to have the burden of hurt and suffering removed from us. Grant us the courage, the wisdom, and fortitude to bear the pain of living. Send us those who will carry our burdens for a short while, and send us those who will comfort us with their healing words and thoughts. Sometimes we are angered by, Sometimes we are angered by this knowledge and say, in the name of justice and compassion, if it be in our power, give us the strength and ability to right the wrongs, for we do not, nor does any person in this world deserve this. Sometimes we're made joyous by this knowledge and we say, Spirit of life who blesses our world, we rejoice and cheer for our glorious life. Sometimes we're made curious by this knowledge and say, holy and inexplicable is this life. I have no idea what happened or how it happened, but somehow, some way, something changed, and I am free to explore new ways of being. Please always let me continue to search for the unknown in myself and others.
Thank you, Donna. I got to do this though. Thank you. I know that many of you, much like me, came to this faith as seekers. People who had big questions, big wonderings, and wanted to find the right place to explore those questions. I know too that many of you, much like me, have spent large part of your lives in a state of wonder. We are scientists, musicians, artists, naturalists, travelers, writers, educators, people who relish questions. I imagine too that many of you, not unlike me some years ago, also sometimes don't want to live in the unknown, don't want to sit with wonderings and questions, and instead just want things to make sense and be clear and give you the answers you want. All of those, right? Okay. About 15 years ago, when I was in one of those I don't want to wonder anymore phases, I began in earnest my search for God. I attended various religious services, spent a lot of time chatting with my devout Christian friends, practiced a variety of rituals, meditated, and attended Al-Anon meetings regularly. I never found God, or the God I thought I was looking for, in any of the church services I attended. And I can say now that as a scientist, I knew I was setting myself up for failure because you can't undergo true exploration if you already have your answer in mind. But during that time, I learned many things about myself through my interactions with the people and places I was encountering. And I found two things that changed me forever: Unitarian Universalism and my personal mantra. I walked into the Fourth Universalist Society on an autumn Sunday 15 years ago and almost immediately knew I had found my spiritual home. I found a space to grieve and heal and explore and question, something I imagine many of you have felt here at UU Catskills. As I learned more about Unitarian Universalism and our history and sources, I realized that I was joining a long line of people who had consistently wondered what else was out there. What other ways were there to be in relation with the divine, with one another, with the world? That sense of wonder is part of us, made perhaps all the more obvious by whom we attract. Generally, people who like to search for truth and meaning rather than being told what is truth and what should have meaning. Now, quite simultaneously, I also found myself sitting in my not regular Al-Anon meeting on the Upper West Side one afternoon. And as any of us who have been part of 12-step meetings know, I sat and listened to a variety of slogans, but I like to call them mantras. This woman, who I'd seen in different rooms over the past few months, shared this statement into the space, and I'm pretty sure I've shared it with you before because it's pretty central to my theology. She said, "Take heart in not knowing." Well, I don't exactly remember how I reacted. I think all of us gathered here can be sure that I probably cried because she had given me the thing I was looking for. An answer to the unanswerable. This statement became my true north, as it were. While I was hoping that God would appear to me in some way with all the answers to my existential wonderings, instead, God appeared to me in the truest form God could take, that of not knowing. It wasn't until seminary that, upon reading Abraham Joshua Heschel, that the concept of the ineffable became a regular part of my vocabulary. So there I was at a major turning point in my life with two new spiritual guides: Take Heart in Not Knowing and Unitarian Universalism. As we shared earlier during our Wonder Box, wonder and not knowing are throughout our sources. Instead of dogmas and recitative creeds, we use different words to describe our theology: mystery, transcending wisdom, prophetic voices, teachings from the world, reason, science, love, and earth and all she can teach us. That's who we are. We're not like everybody else. And that wisdom can guide us daily as we navigate the unknown. And it can nurture us, you, all of us, especially as the congregation moves into the unknown. I'm glad that my final sermon can be on this theme that I love so much, wonder. Because as we all sit here, we are wondering what comes next. I am wondering about it for myself and for all of you. And I know that you are all also wondering about it. What is next for you Catskills? Can we take heart in not knowing and allow ourselves to be open to the possibilities? What aspects of our UU faith can guide us into this unknown. I ask you not to fear the unknown, but to embrace it. Sometimes the best things come our way when we release our need for control or an attachment to the way things have always been, or what we expected, or what we thought we deserved. When we let go, and dare I say, let God, and in our sense, we can make God as inclusive as you want it. There's a slogan I was just throwing. Oh, all right, some people got it. Okay, in our sense, as good, inclusive, welcoming you use, God can mean whatever you want it to mean. A traditional sense of a deity, which I know some in this room believe in, or the universe, or the ineffable, or simply the capacity for wonder. And of this, you can be sure, things will unfold as they are meant to. I've been waiting to find the time to share this story with you, and I guess it's now or never. When I was doing my clinical pastoral education program at the New York Presbyterian Hospital, I spent time on various floors visiting and praying with patients and their families. I consider myself supremely blessed to have met a young man whom I'll call C, who is waiting to have a lung transplant. He was waiting to have his second lung transplant. He was in his 20s and had received his first pair of gift lungs when he was a child. We talked about all the things he was told he would never do or was never supposed to do. And then he told me all about his ski trips, his mountain climbing, and if memory serves, skydiving. The way he put it was, I'm not going to waste a single moment. He had no idea what the future held for him, and he lived large. I met his fiance and his sister and visited him with him whenever I could. It was so easy to chat with him because he was covered in some of the most amazing ink I'd ever seen. On his back were 2 angel wings in the shape of lungs. I knew this was a person of great depth. And then I asked him about the words tattooed across his chest. He told me that when his doctor told him he was going to need another transplant, and he was also told no tattoos prior to surgery, he once again decided to seize the day, went to the tattoo parlor, and had 3 words added to his chest. Life begins again. You can imagine the conversations we had around that. Life begins again. Every day, or every minute, or every moment even, because we make the choice to begin again. We choose to accept what we cannot know and thus live fully. We look into uncertainty and thus honor what we already have. We wonder about the future and thus breathe with gratitude for all the gifts we've been given. I have no idea what happened to C. Did he get his lungs? Did he get married? Did he jump out of another airplane? I don't know. I'll probably never know. And not knowing is okay. The only thing I do know is that the handful of hours I was able to spend with him forever changed me. And every interaction we have with someone or something that invites us to wonder, to think differently, to question what we know or don't know or can never know, is a gift and an invitation. It's an invitation to what our reading earlier said. I have no idea what happened or how it happened, but somehow, some way, something changed, and I am free to explore new ways of being. Please always let me continue to search for the unknown in myself and others. And that is my wish for all of you, that you always embrace your wonder, your uncertainty, your curiosity, so that you may explore new ways of being. And my time with you was a gift. May it be so. Mint. Now I'd like to do something a little special here. I'd like to take a moment for us to honor this community and all who have worked in service to UU Catskills over the past 2 years, to offer gratitude for what we do know. So online or in person, if you helped with the worship service as a reader, musician, tech host, please raise your hand and look around at your. We thank you. Let's all do a responsorial. We thank you. All right. If you helped at a fundraising event or helped with the pledge drive, please raise your hand. We thank you. If you served on a committee or led a small group ministry, please raise your hand. We thank you. If you did repairs or cleanup on our grounds and buildings, please raise your hand. We thank you. If you served on the Board of Trustees, please raise your hand. We thank you. If you served on the Committee on Shared Ministry, please raise your hand. We thank you. Oops. It is windy. Thank you for being an active part of this community. Thank you for making our we that much stronger. With this acknowledgement, I'd like to share these words from Eric Walker Wickstrom. If you are who you were, and if the person next to you is who she or he was, if none of us has changed since the day we came in here, we have failed. The purpose of this community, of any church, temple, zendo, mosque, is to help its people grow. We do this through encounters with the unknown, in ourselves, in one another, in the other, whoever that may be for us, however hard that may be. Because these encounters have many gifts to offer. So may you go forth from here this morning, not who you were, but who you could be. So may we all. Amen. Catherine and Rob, you're going to lead us in a song before our, yeah? We're going to sing May Your Life Be As a Song. Oh no, I hope we get all crunched.
Ta-da!
You're singing.
Am I singing? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know it that well. But we'll,
You can be
I'll be like here.
your team.
Okay, all right, good. I'm gonna take a picture. of
Are you
two.
gonna? You're gonna
You
be on
can
this?
use that one. Use that one. I'm your Pip this time. You are the Pip.
Okay, let's do it twice in unison,
All together.
and then we will break in half. Team Catherine, Team Rob. We'll go first. Team Catherine. Okay,
But we all do it together.
First.
Now,
all together
all together.
twice. Nay, your life be as a song, resounding with the dawn,
to sing away the light and softly serenade
the stars ever dancing circles in the night. Nay, your life be as a song, resounding in the night,
to sing away the light
and softly serenade
the stars ever dancing circles in the night.
May your life be as a song, resounding
May
with
your
the
life
dawn,
be
to
as
sing away
a
the
song,
light, and softly serenade the stars ever dancing circles in the night.
Sing
May your life be as a song.
May your life be as a song, resounding in the dawn, to sing away the light, and softly serenade the stars ever dancing circles in the
Start
night.
again. May your life be as a song.
May your life be as a song,
And softly
to sing away the night,
ever
and
dancing
dancing
circles in the night.
ever dancing circles in the
As a song.
night. May your life be as a song,
And
sounding with the dawn, to sing away the night,
ever
ever
dancing
dancing
circles
serenade the stars, ever dancing circles in the night.
Well, after Leonisa leaves, we're going to keep working on that.
Yes.
Right.
Because it's a goodie. So
It's good.
it's good, but it's tricky. It's got a couple tricky spots. So well,
Well, the third part.
it's yeah. That I think it's lovely. Thank you for busting it out, Catherine. Before I read our closing words, Michael, can I ask you another favor? My sidekick here. I left the chalice cover, light goer outer, in the out by the pulpit. Can you get that for me? Thank you, dear. Isn't he great? Michael's great. I'm a lucky gal. Before reading our closing words, I just want to thank you all for giving me the chance to serve as your minister. I think we've done some really good work these past 2 years. And as I said earlier, I feel blessed for this time. Oops, I think we were closer than we were before. Thank you, dear. As you enter another time of transition, this is the tough part that the Unitarian Universalists do and other religions don't, but there's a reason for it. We will have to sever our contact. That will mean after June 30th, whatever, the end of the month, no calls or emails or contact on social media for at least 1 year. And sometimes it can extend for 2 years. I'm hoping we can, be good for a year or so. Since we all live in this beautiful part of the world, we are neighbors and we will undoubtedly bump into each other. We can say hello if we want to. If we're at a protest, we can chant together. If we wind up at a sing-along, we can sing together. But I will not be your minister, and I cannot and will not speak about UU Catskills or Unitarian Universalism or members of the congregation. I just want to say that aloud because I know it's hard. When you hire a new minister, she, he, they, and I will create a covenant that we feel honors our collegial relationship and what is best for this community. So it will really be between my successor and I, and that will help us figure out how best to proceed. And like I said when we walked in, I have missed seeing you in human form, so I thank you for being here. And I think I said this almost every Sunday, and I say it again from the bottom of my giant Calabrian Sicilian heart. I love you all. I love you. So ti voglio bene, brava, esatto. And I decided to close with a classic from Theodore Parker. So if you know it, say it with me. Of course, I have to make sure I don't forget it. Be ours a religion which, like sunshine, goes everywhere. Its temple, all space. Its shrine, the good heart. Its creed, all truth. Its ritual, works of love. its profession of faith, divine living. May it be so. And we're going to extinguish our chalice and do our sung benediction because we can do it in person. Want to do that? Do we? Yeah? Okay. But we all have to join this. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. From you I receive, to you I give. Together we share, and to you I give. Together we share, and from this we live. That is all. Thank you all. Go in peace, or stay in peace, because I think we're having cookies, right, or something. We got stuff. Yeah, bye.
Hi, everybody. I just wanted to say we're going to have a little social time. Oh, thank you. Yes, short people have rights too. Thank you.
I'm usually that person.
Yeah.
Vicky,
we have
how many people?
And it's from the best baker in town for you. Okay. And we also have cookies too, just in case we run out of cake or in case you have a preference. All right. Let's see. I think that. Oh, so we have the bathrooms again here. Okay. If anybody didn't know that, all right, they're in there. Please avail yourself. But right now, I'd like to introduce our board vice president, Joyce White. She has a few words.
Joyce, can you tell us how many people are there in person?
Well, good morning, everyone. It's our custom here at UU Catskills to have a send-off for our departing minister. Normally, our president would be making this tribute, but Kristen Shara had family commitments and she couldn't be here. So I'm here representing the board this morning. It's so wonderful to see you all in person again. I'd like to share my favorite memory of Reverend Leonisa.
I'm nervous.
I know, I'm thinking that. She's like thinking,
I'm gonna get my phone so I can take a picture of you sharing your favorite memory of me.
Reverend Leonisa had the unfortunate honor of serving more as our minister online than in person. At the beginning of the pandemic, when many of us were still deers in the headlights, feeling vulnerable and unprepared, Reverend Leonisa stepped up in true UU fashion. No whining or complaining, and she had a plan. She organized and led us without hesitation. She worked tirelessly for our congregation, spending the first consecutive 9 weeks in the pulpit. Not only did she give us continuity in our worship services, but she tried to make it fun. We had a parking lot service, a jazz concert, fundraising, and more. She kept us engaged and connected to each other through seemingly countless activities: yoga, bedtime stories, happy hour, dance parties, theological discussions, and so much more. There was something for everyone. I should have numbered my pages. Sorry. Keeping us connected and engaged is a form of pastoral care, and I think it may be what Reverend Leonisa does best. In addition to leading the effort to form community circles, she laid the groundwork for a shared ministry that will lead us into the future. I can't think of a better parting gift from her. I think if the Ministerial Search Committee could have foreseen the pandemic and looked for a minister with the skills we would need, they couldn't have found a better person. With her background in education and as a musician and performer, her knowledge of sound systems and computer literacy, her colleagues in UUA and the music business, Reverend Leonisa had the perfect skill set to respond to this difficult time. We've made it through a tough year, probably the hardest our congregation has ever faced. Some congregations had financial difficulties. They couldn't afford to keep their ministers, and some didn't make it at all. But not only did UU Catskills make it, we thrived. We are here today. We have a home to return to. Because of the work that Reverend Leonisa did. And now we continue in our time of transition. We don't know who our new minister will be, but we do know some things. It won't be Reverend Leonisa. Our new minister will be different. They'll have a different skill set, goals, personality, and management style. And as uncomfortable as that may be, it's what helps our congregation grow. So today is our chance to say goodbye to Reverend Leonisa. And I hope that everyone takes advantage of this opportunity. As she mentioned, in collaboration with our new minister, she will have no contact with us for a while. And today's the day to say goodbye. So please join me in wishing Reverend Leonisa well.
We have some stuff for you. Okay, stuff. The flowers over there are yours. Okay,
Thanks.
and one of our very talented people, Geraldine Mason, made a box. We're putting in cards that send you on your way with good wishes. Okay.
Oh, thank you.
And if you didn't do a card, we have blanks over here. They're on this side. And so give us a few minutes to cut cake, okay? And
Vicky,
I want to see the cake.
okay.
Vicky.
I know this song in different words that I sing too. We sing at school. Yes. Right.
I enjoyed the Sunday that you guys were in the hammock. And then the next time you're in your bathing suit.
Yes. I'm hesitating. I'm hesitating. I ask everybody just because. He wants to see the kid.
Yeah. You are growing. This is what happens in 2 years. You just kind of scoot up, huh? You're going to be taller than me, just like Zach. I think you already are, right? My son did the same thing. All of a sudden, in a year or two, we just you outgrow all your clothes too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would think so. All right. Well, it's good to see you.
Good to see you.
Is it possible to turn this on for a minute, or
Yep,
is
it's still on.
Oh, it is. I didn't hear it.
It's right.
Hello.
It's on. Yep.
Hello.
Let me raise it up.
Yeah. Okay. That's all right. I just.
Yeah, you know.
Hello, everyone. Just one quick note, or two quick notes. Enjoy yourselves at the party, but check yourselves if you've been out in the grass for ticks later, because there could be ticks, right? So just make sure you aren't carrying some friends home. There's also poison ivy in several places, so watch out for that as well. All right? We don't want people carrying extra gifts from the UUC home. Thanks.
Did you like it? Okay, well, it's one of those
Thank
ones
you.
where you don't
Yeah,
read
that's
the whole
right.
thing.
Better
You
leave
just
it
like,
on for.
I was thinking you could flip it open
Other
and
people
get
have
a cool
something.
idea or something that inspired you. All right, good. You got me. All right. So I wasn't sure if you were going to come. So look at how tall he is. Yeah, we saw you at Block
Double
Park.
take.
Yeah, I knew that was you guys.
Yeah, we were driving slowly, and then we were looking. I was like, and then I didn't realize it was you till we went past, and we were like.
Hi, everyone online. Maybe we could just unmute ourselves and we can chat.
Oh, okay. It's on the
Hey,
website now, right?
hey, Bill and Nan and Vic and Ona and Marie, let's unmute ourselves. I can't communicate with them to see if they'll turn the camera around.
Thank you for trying, though.
Yeah, we'll have to figure out a way to be able to get their attention.
I just called Rosalind in case she's there to say, ask them to turn the cameras around. So if you could think of someone
Yes.
else.
Hello, hello, is anybody there?
Someone on
Hi,
here.
can you hear us?
Wondering if we should turn
Hi,
Yes.
can you turn the camera around so we can see the people?
Yes.
Yay.
Yes, you will.
Oh, hooray, thank you.
Nice.
Yeah, if you can hold it up so we at home can see how many people are there. That's terrific. Thank you so much. All right. I felt like a voice in the wilderness crying out.
Oh,
Anissa,
yes,